So I have the Osmo Action 5 Pro, and let me show you how to change resolution and frame rate at which you're recording. So in video mode, and you can tell you're in video mode because if you swipe like this, that's how you go into video and select that. So in video mode, you can see the resolution and frame rate at the bottom here. So if you tap on that, you can see it allows you to change resolution. So we're currently at 1080p. You can go to 2.7K with a 16:9 aspect ratio. That is basically how the width and height of your video. All right. So we have 2.7K with a 4:3 aspect ratio. And then you have 4K, which is the highest resolution in both 16:9 and 4:3 aspect ratio. So if you're recording for YouTube, and for most people, you want to record in 4K 16:9. Now, also here at the bottom, we have the frame rate, which is the frames per second of your video. Now, since this is an action camera and you're more likely than not recording fast moving things, you might want to record at about 60 FPS or 50. And if you want to record slow-mo videos, you can record at 120 FPS, right? So you can actually record 4K at 120 FPS. So that's a very good resolution, especially if you want to record videos for slowing down later. Now, if I could go back to that menu, in the top right corner, you can actually see we have the wide or the width. And so if you want it's going to be wide by default, but then you can put it to standard, which will basically narrow down the width of the video. All right. But for most people, you want to record wide so that you can capture as much as possible. And then on the left hand side, you have your stabilization options. Currently, stabilization is off, but then you can set it to rock steady and rock steady plus. So you can choose whatever you want. So rock steady plus should be the most stable, and even if your camera shakes, the footage is going to be stable. Now, obviously, this has some disadvantages, like sometimes it punches in the shoot, and your video will appear a bit more cropped in than when this is off. All right. So depending on the situation you're in, you might want to enable or disable this. So that is basically how to set the camera resolution and frame rate on the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. So you can see anytime you look at the bottom there, you can see the current resolution, which is 4K. You can see the frame rate, and you can see whether you're on the wide angle or not. Thanks for watching, and good luck.